In the bustling city of Aura, nestled between towering buildings and hurrying crowds, a new phenomenon was taking shape. People were beginning to realize that they could hear each other's thoughts. At first, it was subtle, a stray idea that seemed like déjà vu or an odd coincidence. But soon, it became clear that this was no ordinary mind trick. This was Mindsight. Eva Thompson, a 28-year-old artist, was one of the first to notice the change. Standing in her small, cluttered studio, she could suddenly hear the persistent worries of her neighbor through the walls. The mundane musings of passers-by on the street below, and the overwhelming cacophony of the city's collective consciousness. For Eva, it was as if the world had been put on speakerphone. At first, Mindsight felt like a curse. She tried everything to block it out: earplugs, loud music, even retreating to the quietest corners of the city. Nothing worked. Each day, the voices grew louder, their words mingling with her own thoughts in a relentless jumble. The weight of so many minds pressed down upon her, and she feared she might go mad. Then she met Leo, a soft-spoken librarian who had also discovered the truth about their new ability. Leo had always been a sensitive soul, more comfortable with books than with people. But with Mindsight, he had found a way to connect with others on a deeper level than ever before. He began to study the phenomenon, seeking out others like himself and Eva, and teaching them how to sift through the noise. Under Leo's guidance, Eva learned to focus her Mindsight, to tune out the unnecessary chatter and hone in on individual thoughts and emotions. She started to see it as a gift rather than a burden. Her art transformed, inspired by the raw, unfiltered essence of the human experience that she could now tap into. She painted vibrant murals that seemed to pulse with the city's collective heartbeat, capturing the dreams and fears of its inhabitants. As word spread, more people sought out Leo and Eva, hoping to understand and control their own Mindsight. The city began to change in subtle ways. Neighbors became more empathetic, strangers more understanding. Conflicts were resolved before they could escalate, as people could hear the true intentions behind angry words. A sense of unity began to blossom where there once was only chaos. But not everyone saw Mindsight as a gift. A faction arose, believing that such power was unnatural and dangerous. They called themselves the Silence and began to campaign for the eradication of this newfound ability. Tensions grew as the city divided, those with Mindsight on one side and the Silence on the other. Eva and Leo found themselves at the center of the conflict. They worked tirelessly to show the potential for good, organizing public demonstrations of how Mindsight could foster understanding and peace. Their efforts were met with resistance, but also with support. Slowly but surely, the city's inhabitants began to see the possibilities that Mindsight offered. In the end, it was not a battle that decided the fate of Mindsight, but a choice. The citizens of Aura had to choose whether to embrace this new dimension of human connection or to reject it out of fear. Guided by Eva's art and Leo's wisdom,